take a look at some of his clips on Twitch TV. That's Twitch TV/Hitch.
Dude, all I got was 2 biscuits from KFC. I just wanted a light snack because I thought I was hitting the road, but little did I know I'd be spending 7 hours hanging out in the storage unit.
You finish this yourself.
I'm gonna pay him right now. Hold on, let me just...
Pay him and let me go.
Alright.
I gotta go. You finish this yourself.
Alright, let's just throw this up really quick.
Dude, I'm not
Yeah, but it's already, look at it, it's already emptied out. Everything's emptied out. We're just getting the end of it.
I mean, what the fuck have you been doing up here? For Christ's sakes.
Unloaded all that.
There's nothing else more downstairs. What the fuck have you been doing up here? You can't clean this little bit yourself. I gotta drive this fucking kid to Boston. Give him the fucking money and let me go.
Alright, come.
Give him the fucking money.
Alright.
Get your money and let's go. I'm fucking leaving right now.
Alright, hold on. Just let me... I gotta friggin' go to the ATM. Hold on.
You gotta go to the fucking ATM?
ATM, I told you I'm on credit for last...
天草に来て
指切りプロミス
Promise, pinky promise. I come back. Come back to Japan.
嘘ついたら針千本伸ばす指切った
Is that a promise?
プロミス
Promise.
ソング
A promise song! I like that. No promise song in Canada.
指もう一回ワンモアはい指切りゲンマンもう一回
指切りゲンマン嘘ついたら針千本伸ばす指切った
プロミスソング
Promise song.
指ちょぎって指ちょぎ
ね今度さ日本に来るとき初めに来てほしい
わからんまだ
Let's do it. Those were my poles. The poles hold everything up. Now let's set out the ground sheet, which protects the bottom of the tent. We'll put the tent body on top of that, stick these poles into the corners of the tent. Once those are in the corners, then we can clip the tent body into the tent poles. Now your tent body is set up, protected by the ground sheet. Then, only then, do you put the tent fly over top. The tent fly is what protects you from the rain and the wind. You clip it into the 4 corners, and then you stake out the corners of the tent. And that is how you set it up.
She was born beside me, went to the house, but her father saw right through me, yeah. Said I lost my wife, keep no since I leave me alone, my doorstep. Said I lost my wife, if I keep no son, so leave me alone at my door. I was kind to you, gave you a bed and food, so you want more. Said marauder, stay away from my daughter.
It's been broadcasting for 33 minutes on this one.
He's a very...
Hi. Good to see you guys. Sorry for not streaming other days at TwitchCon. I've been busy drinking.
Actually,
right at this moment.
finally live, chat. Finally live.
I go much harder than Jay Streezy at TwitchCon.
Here's the thing.
He's lazy. Every year, he just.
I have to thank Trevor because he's not live, so that means you guys all have to watch me and look for him.
Yeah, but they're all very intelligent.
Most intelligent.
There you go. Most intelligent. Yeah. Hi. Hello. It's right at the end of the convention here, and I'm very awkwardly holding all this stuff right now because things are up in the air.
There's a viewer of yours, big fan, who would like to take a picture with you.
Okay. All right, we can do this. All right, let's see if we can go do that.
Yeah, just
Hang around here? All right. Can you just hold this for 1 second while I do this, just wherever? All right. Let's go take a picture.
battery.
Huh?
If that's just that battery, I'm falling off the cliff.
Dave, that was the problem?
Yeah.
Have you had that happen?
Never.
Why do I break everything?
You just break, I don't know, like, you're up there with shook now, you know, I think you're breaking.
This live you stuff wasn't even like.
It's been busy.
Could that be my battery just come through?
Maybe.
Alright, I'm gonna take a picture. Apparently someone wants to take a picture. Hey, how's it going? Are you? Someone say, yeah. Did you want to take a picture? Yes. Oh, okay, alright. How you doing? Good. I watch your streams. You watch it? Have you watched it for a while now, or?
Yeah, man, I watched you hitchhiking through.
Like this U.S. trip?
Yeah. Up on your way to TwitchCon. Saw you on the hot air balloon.
Oh, you saw that? It was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was my first hot air balloon hitchhike. I have like a bucket list of different things I want to hitchhike, and hot balloon was up there on that list. So I have to check off another one. So that was pretty cool. Well, let's get that picture.
Yeah, I gotta get this.
Alrighty, let's get in here. Cool. Still got a point and shoot. Cool. It's really nice meeting you.
Do you think Roland would do one?
Sorry?
Do you think
Roland?
Yeah.
I'll ask him. Yeah. 1 second. Hey, we talked about that.
Oh, Hitch.
1 sec. I have to. No, I can't.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna
Yeah, there's some really good bags.
You want to take a picture? Let's take a picture.
Me?
Yeah, we do. It's a Roland.
No one wants to take pictures.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Don't worry.
In the front. In the front. You're good. You're good. You're solid.
Don't get so close to me.
Oh my God, Mitch. Oh my God.
Yeah, there you go. That's perfect.
Can everybody sit in here?
Cheers, smile.
3, 2, 1. Fucking sick, dude.
Oh yeah.
That is sick.
Okay.
Closer. All right.
For sure.
That is sick. I'm gonna don't worry. I won't ask for you guys to handle. Hitch, go do your thing.
Hey, where did I put my chat?
Is it working?
Right now, yeah, we're good. We're good at the moment. All right, and it's worked before, and then I just break things as I go. As I do.
Can I take a picture of you?
Sweet. All right. Reliable wireless broadcasting. It's just a work in progress. It's a work in progress. Anyway, I want to. Well, okay. No, I'm going to hang out with these guys for a bit because I'm going to stay a little bit close because things are questionable at the time. Good quality, nice. It looks awesome. Yeah, it's good. Can I sit next to you? All right. So sorry for waiting till the very last day of the convention, to the very last hour before I started broadcasting this convention. I always do a really bad job at the conventions. You guys should all follow Jay Streezy on Twitch TV because he's always the best at streaming conventions. Like actually, he kills it every year. I'm impressed every time because he actually parties all night and then wakes up at like 6 something in the morning or 7 in the morning, starts streaming at 8 every time. So props to him. Wanted to make sure you received grace on delivery. Sorry, I added a couple pounds. I got it, man. Did you guys see the Instagram post I made? Sorry, I put a post on Instagram. I put it on.
I already did.
I put it on. And oh man, that I gotta show you guys. Maybe I'll do it on stream or something like that. We'll rock it on stream.
Crazy. Smile.
Cool. So this is the quality we want to stream at all the time. I want to have an external microphone because I don't like the microphone in this thing too much. But I have an external microphone. I just brought the wrong cable, so that doesn't work. We just need to get this reliable, and then we'll be able to stream more reliably at a higher bitrate, a higher quality in more places. So the future is in progress. We're working on getting there. It's a work in progress. We're getting away from the cell phone streams. We're getting away from the 1000 bitrate, the 480p. It just takes time. It just takes time.
You can't be tagged.
Yeah, we got the whole IRL team here.
Mary, nobody can tag you.
Can you?
Before the end of the convention.
Yeah.
You're going to the...
drunk tonight.
Is that starting right now? Where are we at?
Going to like drop some shit off.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, please get drunk.
That's the door. Okay.
Drunk tonight? I can do that for you.
Yes.
You two better.
Yeah.
Let loose.
Yes.
Lay down your hair.
Yeah. I will, literally.
You will?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Sounds like you had a good time last night.
Except before it was a lot better. I am out until now. Oh, see, I don't know what that means.
OPG party. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. I know some guys.
Cam quality is good. Yeah, it's a live view based backpack. You broadcast in a lot higher bit rate than I would on a cell phone.
Okay. Well, it's nice seeing you.
It's what this is the best way you can, like, if you want to have the best IRL stream, you're going to use a live view, and you're going to be bonding like 4 different networks together, and you're going to be using most likely the cameras you see that everyone else is using, Sony action cameras, AS300 or FDR 2000s. It's kind of what the current top tier streaming setup is. But there's of course challenges with that, and with hitchhiking I face unique challenges that not everyone might have to face. It's just the thing with streaming. It comes with the territory that I broadcast in. I sleep in a tent. I have to have batteries for multiple days of running these live views. These live views use a lot of power. I can only carry so much and everything like that. There's challenges. It's streams on TwitchCon. I've been on a few people's streams, but I've been difficult to find at times. Sorry, and I don't have a good chat set up either right now. It's been a problem-solving kind of day. But unfortunately, this honestly won't be too long of a stream. It's more of like a testing kind of stream thingy type thing, I guess. Scary gas-powered generator. We're looking at that in the future. Also, if they can get fusion to work, maybe we can carry a small fusion generator.
You're a rap god.
Huh?
You're a rap god.
Rap god?
Yeah, rap god. You're rapping.
I talk quickly.
Yeah.
I got a lot of things to say. I haven't streamed all weekend.
Oh!
There you go. There you go. That's Joey Chaotic over there. Sitting next to Moxie Mary. Yes, I am. You recognize.
Hey, how's it going?
Do you know Solid Sounds?
Oh, Solid, yeah, I know Solid. Yeah.
Recognize. Cool.
I know, dude. My stream is an asshole.
Don't get any trippy.
Yeah.
Almost cool if you didn't, like...
Right?
If you want to do that on
You'll
purpose,
see me, yeah.
then it'd be cool. But that's not the stream you're going to. You're not going to
Right? Not quite, but we'll get it sorted.
that'd be the after hours stream. It's like, everyone's
That's
having a good time, yeah. Jay get a hotel for the night? Jay sorted out his accommodation as far as I heard. It was up in the air for a little bit, but he figured it out. Not using night mode on phone? I don't like night mode. I find it hard to read. My eyes don't like it, especially when I'm outside. Hence the night mode thing. Everyone always like I use like the light mode or whatever on my chat, like outdoors, and if people see that, they call you out on that. Like, why are you not using dark mode like everyone else? Because I go outside. The dark mode's good for inside, in dark places.
It's true, yeah.
It's hard to read outside when it's sunny.
I'm literally allergic to sunlight. Like, actually, I have a sunlight allergy, so I don't go out in the bright light. So naturally, basically.
Is it UV or?
Yeah, like light bulbs too. Like it's PMLE, polypropylene.
Yeah. So how do you have to like cover up and like wear heavy sunblock? Can you do that?
Sunblock doesn't even work. Yeah, I cover up completely. You just go out at night.
Like a big sun hat and like cover all your skin and everything?
Yeah, giant. Yeah, I'm a vampire.
I just get tan.
Tan line.
Yeah.
Man, if I could tan, I'd be so happy. Permanently tan.
The girl beside you, her stream is app? No way!
Huh?
You're saying your stream is app.
Oh, yeah, it's fucked. It's fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know if you personally stream.
No, naturally, and then like censoring myself a little bit.
Yeah,
I did the interview on the stage, and sometimes I just like, for emphasis, I end up swearing a little bit. I'm like, no swearing. No swearing on the Glitch Theater.
No swearing. No swearing.
It's wearing the same clothes. I got everything else dirty, and there's no laundry. Well, there is laundry at the hotel, but it's expensive.
Hey! Oh! Get it!
Oh my god, I'm so famous!
Remy, did you work at a carnival?
What?
That was her.
That's my something.
Alright, we got so many streams here rolling. Alright, really, this is a proof of concept. Alright. Everything with Steven Yawas. I like Steven.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna do a little walk around. I'm just gonna talk.
Have fun.
Oh, yeah. Seems alright.
Good?
Yeah.
I'll go then.
Yeah, I'll do a little wander. Like, but yearly's in just a little bit. I don't even know. Maybe I'll stream that. I'm not sure, but it's
Is that the all veteran?
No.
Sign up.
Oh, that's probably it right there. Do they rent those backpacks at the com? Yeah, they have been. Right? You rent them? No, yeah. People saying these backpacks.
Yeah, that looks good. Right there, that looks good.
Yeah, did you see that live on stream?
I owe you a lot of money.
See? That was a sponsored. Hashtag sponsored on stage, 30,000 viewers.
This guy's awesome. Check him out.
I had to get into the partner lounge, so. Roland's a partner.
Couldn't even get
Turn camera forward. You could?
I actually partnered. I just teach video.
Which trousers are you wearing? Holy ones.
We just became a new one, so that might.
Say hi to Chubby. I did. We were talking before I started streaming. She said she would go hitchhiking with me.
She did. I saw it. Yeah, I can confirm. Yeah, I like each other.
Can't confirm. How Chubby wants to go hitchhiking.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I need a better chat setup right now, but anyway.
I know most of them.
Right. So, I've invited several people hitchhiking at the con. I'm like, if I'm passing through your area, let's go hitchhike. But we'll see if that plays out. It'd be fun to do some collaborations with different streamers and just take them hitchhiking for a day or two. Especially the people that don't go outside, the people that play video games. Nothing against video games, but I think it'd be fun to get someone that doesn't go outside very much and get them hitchhiking all day and then sleeping in a tent in the woods. That'd be fun. Meet Kid Boga? Yeah, I was on stage with him Glitch Theater for the opening ceremony speech thingy on stage. So we were hanging out backstage getting all... They had to put makeup on me. I got my face powdered. And then they put like a wireless or like a microphone on me and like something down my back and something in my pocket and like a headset so I could like... people could hear me. It was pretty cool. So I got to see Kit Boga as Kit Boga and also Edna. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna go. We're see with a backpack on. I got like my sling bag. Alright. I'm not really sure how I want to do this. Like, I can just point the camera forward, but it is mounted in my hand. Like, I'm holding it, so it's not a shoulder base setup. So it's a little. Anyway, I want to figure out how I want to do this. Type of stream. Hey, good to see you, man. I don't have a good setup for this, but yeah.
I see that you're like trying to do your hitch
I know.
It's not working.
I broke a lot of things. It took a long time to get it fixed, and then I was all day trying to get this stuff sorted and everything. Wow. That's hitchhiking thing, right?
Do you mind?
What's that?
Put a picture with you?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's do it.
My phone in this mess. I caught you yesterday, but you were so busy doing everything.
Yeah, the convention always gets crazy.
Right.
Sweet.
So
See you again,
you
man.
can actually say that you got to meet Checkers.
Matt and Kevin.
Watching all the people. Good boy. Don't you wish you had a road dog now?
Kind of, yeah. I always say I don't want one, but this is kind of converting me. Maybe I should get a dog, guys. What do you think?
It might make hitching a little harder, though.
Probably. Yeah. Well, you'll get some people that love dogs, and they'll pick you up only because you have a dog. And they're like, they don't really care about you. They're like, I want to pick up that dog.
Right,
They don't care about the hitchhiker.
They want to make sure that you feed your dog appropriately. Like, is your dog? That's the trick. You know, does he take care of his dog? Is his dog hungry or thirsty?
Yeah, I would get a ton. That would be.
You know what?
That would be all my messages. Would be like, is the dog being taken care of?
Right. Are you feeding your dog?
With the stream, they'd be like, some people would probably not like it because they wouldn't feel like the dog would be me like going out and like I don't know. They'd be like,
you know what? Though,
dog needs to stay home. I think the dog would love it.
I'm already getting messages. I just saw you on the screen. You guys, that's not what this is about. This is about making friends.
Absolutely.
That's what cons are about. It's not about whose stream you're on or who you're hanging with. It's about making friends, and that's what I'm about.
This convention's been making tons of connections, meeting a lot of people, putting faces to names that I know in chat, but I haven't met in person.
Right,
so
you haven't met me in person,
thing,
and because you do hit the hours that I was streaming, you really didn't have a chance to see who I was. Your moderators would set you up for a raid or whatever, but then you got to be setting up camp, get yourself fed, get yourself taken care of.
Yeah, so I miss a lot of opportunities to meet some people while I'm on the road, but TwitchCon is the perfect time to just be like, I'm always just around meeting a bunch of people.
Oh my god! I don't want to get my picture with you.
Hey, how's it going?
I type in the Discord, like, where can we meet you? Where can we meet you?
I've been just roaming, but now I'm discoverable. I'm streaming so people can find me if you want to.
Oh, I wasn't watching. I just happened to run into you.
I just started.
That was the funny thing. I was just rolling through this way, kind of checking stuff out, and I'm like, Trevor, he looks up.
That's how most people find me. I just drift around.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna spinner. Gotta spin her around.
Do you want me to take it for you? Would it make it easier?
He could take it for you.
Okay, wait.
Do you want me to take it for you?
I got it. I might want him to do it too. Right. 1, 2, 3. Can you do it too? It'll be better with the flash.
That's why I love my.
Do you remember me from chat?
Cosmic Voyager X. Looks familiar.
Okay.
Alright, one more.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Hey. Nice to meet you.
So cool to see you.
Wait, have you been watching for a long time or more recently?
Yes.
Yeah? When did you start?
I love it. She's going incognito.
Yeah?
Thank you again, Trevor. I do appreciate it.
Hey, it was nice talking to you again.
You as well. Yeah. We'll catch up. We'll definitely catch up at some point. I'll reach up on Discord or whatever.
I just came to say hi to you guys.
Japan is where I'm starting.
Me?
No.
Oh, you're going to Japan again?
I will be. I don't have an exact date, but I just have to go. How are you?
Maybe not maybe like you missed out.
Check is like, wait, what about me? What about me?
Why did that happen?
Because you were in Tokyo for like a few days.
So you're on that, the big booth down there? That's cool.
Unlimited IRL, yeah.
Hello, Twitch. Hi, Twitch chat.
Suck.
Didn't recognize my person. I was
No
like,
one does. That's awesome.
Yeah, you can actually walk
IRL
around.
streaming seems pretty cool though. It's like all the different things.
Yeah. What do you stream?
I'm a Minecraft. Really, right now it's Minecraft.
Yeah.
A lot of the other games here sound pretty interesting. So I'm trying out see if games probably I'll get back. Really, I'm just. I haven't had time though because I have
Yeah, of course. It has to fit into your life. You have to find the time for streaming, and it can be hard to find that time. I'm lucky I started full-time right from the get-go. I stream traveling, I stream hitchhiking. So that's what I do every day. Yeah. Like with your thumb.
like just getting the people.
Yeah.
It's not illegal.
It's illegal in Nevada, Idaho, Delaware, New Jersey, and most of Hawaii.
I think California
It's not.
San Diego does.
I don't know about the city, like the municipal
The
laws.
city, I think it is.
It can be. Municipally, sometimes it is, but a lot of people think it's illegal in a lot of places, including the police. I had the police in New York State. They're like hitchhiking to the band in the state of New York. It's not. It sounds like it. If you look at the law, it's like it's illegal to solicit a ride from a roadway. That sounds pretty illegal, but then you have to find the definition of what a roadway is. And a roadway is the lane of traffic where traffic flows. It doesn't, like, it's non-inclusive of the shoulder, like the gravel next to the shoulder, the grass next to that, sidewalks. It's only the lane of traffic. You can't solicit, so you just can't stand in front of cars pretty much and be like, stop.
Wow.
Everything else
So
is legal.
you stream yourself hitchhiking.
Yeah, I've done it streaming in 24 countries.
Wow.
About 900 rides on stream, and I hitchhiked here from St. John's, Newfoundland.
Wow.
So 5,000.
That's amazing. Wow.
That's all I do.
So, what, do you have like a home and base or no?
I'm gone 11 plus months of the year, so not really. I have some stuff stored home in Canada, where I'm from, but I don't have my own place.
So you hitchhiked here?
Yeah. I got dropped off on Thursday, about 1.1 miles away from the convention center, and walked the rest of the way with my backpack on and all that.
That's amazing. That's some serious dedication.
No, it's good. But I did it for 4 years before. I just like hitchhiking. As strange as that is, I just like hitchhiking. I meet cool people, I go cool places.
I mean, yeah.
I'm living my life. It's fun.
I mean, yeah. If you like, if you do enjoy what you do, I mean, why not just do it? Yeah.
I love it.
That's pretty cool.
I just started streaming, so I want to do a quick wander of the halls. I haven't streamed all weekend, but it's nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you too. I'm Oxray.
Oxray _.
Our community. I'm trying to get affiliate.
Cool. All right. Let's go. Alright, let's go around the convention. Just a little bit. Sorry I haven't been streaming the convention. That's all I got. That's all I got. I have been participating in nighttime activities with other people in the community and streaming and stuff like that. More than, maybe it's healthy. But it's been fun. What's the promo? I set it back, so that's me approving of it. I think I could do that well. I could do that. I could match that. I can do that. Enjoy yourself, show us some support? Oh, I have been. But I feel like a little bit of a dedication to you guys to like do something, like sometimes. Sorry, it's hard for me to do like a proper in front of me kind of view. So I'm kind of just trying to show like kind of in front of me and to the side with this. Anyway, I don't have a shoulder mount set up. Their closing ceremony? Yeah, there is in 25 minutes. I'll probably go to that. I get maybe stream that. Last year they did like a little IRL feature, a little outdoors. We'll see if they do that again. That'll be fun. Maybe see some familiar faces on the big screen. There's a thing you've seen at the con? It's the people. So like, it's more about like the meeting of the people, other streamers and people.
You're famous, bruv. I saw your stream, you're famous. Bruv, you're famous, I'm not joking. You're famous. On Twitch.
I'll take it.
Respect.
The world, yeah.
How was England? What was we like?
Average wait time like 20 minutes. It was actually pretty fast. I got invited in for Sunday roast 3 Sundays in a row by families that picked up hitchhiking.
See that?
Wholesome.
See that?
Very wholesome.
UK wholesome, baby.
People always come to my shop from UK and they're like, you can't hitchhike in the UK, but I'm like,
But you did anyway.
Like,
Why not?
they could do what? Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Oh, they do.
you know.
No, I was mimicking chat there, but.
Have you guys seen that guy's shirt? He's got a forehead on his shirt. I love it. Love it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
See you later. Respect. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Take it easy, buddy.
See you guys. Who's that? Is that Gross Gore? Gross Gore? Yeah, that's. I thought I recognized him. I need a better freaking chat mount setup thing that I got right now, and I do. I just forgot it because I kind of threw stuff into my little side bag thingy thing today. Let's go here. I did throw a little brother at them. Where could I go? I don't even know what to do because I have such little time before I want to get to the yearly thing. They might even be letting people in by now, which would involve me going there now. I want to get a decent seat, and I want to check things out. I want food. Yeah, I do want food. I'm gonna get food. I'm gonna have pretzel. Wait, but I have no hands. I have no hands for this. Fruit of the loom, man. That is my own version of a cursing. Need BTTV mods? Okay. I've been good at that. Being a pretzel. Come back to the UK, I hope to next year. So 2020. Europe Part 2 2020. $5 a pretzel, it's overpriced. But it's pretty tasty. I'm really hungry. Okay, slow down, calm moment, waiting in line for a pretzel. This has been a very fun weekend. It's been a very fun weekend. They've announced where the next TwitchCon is, Amsterdam, next April?
Having a carne asada taco without guacamole?
Man, yeah, sour cream too.
Hi there. Could I get one of the original pretzels? Actually, do you have cinnamon sugar ones right now? No, okay, just the original? Alright, that's fine.
Would you like Risty?
Sorry?
Risty?
No, it's okay.
You need a plastic bag?
Sorry?
Plastic bag?
No, it's alright. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. So now an eating stream. This wouldn't be a hitch stream if I didn't eat. That looks familiar. Sometimes I'll be walking around.
Hi, I'm Crystal. I know your hands are full. It's okay.
No, I got. Look.
Your last name is Shook. You guys seem like we're having so much fun.
Oh, we have fun together. Shook's always fun to be around. If you want to have a good time, like out.
Yeah, I hung out with him for a little bit.
You did?
It was so fun. Yeah.
He's a lot.
Enjoy the rest of your day. It's over. My heart. It's like tearing on my heartstrings.
Bang booth? You can get some bang pad. That's pretty cool.
Hey, dude, how's it going? I'm sorry. Do you have a minute to quickly talk about the security thing with you?
Which thing?
Do you have a minute to quickly talk about the security thing you're working on? So you're like,
I just started my stream, and like, I only got like. Yeah, no worries. I got you. Hey, take care, man. Have a good one. Where's Joey Chaotic? I feel like he's supposed to be here. Got away. Mad with a 13-month resub. Thank you so much. This is the bang move. Let's move on. I only got so much time. That was great. Go dance? I don't got moves like that. I can only do the middle school dance where you stay, like you leave room for Jesus, and you hold each other's waist. Nothing lower than the waist is fine, and you just sway back and forth a little bit. That's me. That's my dancing. We've been last 2 days? Having fun, meeting a lot of people. TwitchCon things. I haven't been crazy like Jay Struzzi has been. With streaming at like 8 a.m. every day. After drinking through till 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m. Thank you very much. His name? Jalopy. Yeah. Thank you very much. Give you a shout out. Guys, go follow Hitch, man. Awesome dude. Hitchhiking guy. Is Trevor a robot? Sometimes I feel like one. Usually when I'm hungry. That's why I got this pretzel. I just like, this is what I do at TwitchCon. I just gotta like wander aimlessly. Just talk to random people, check out random things. Sometimes these guys try to sell you something. And they try to sell you something gaming based. And they'll do their whole pitch. They're like, you can use this like whatever streaming deck thing to like make your whatever stream better. I'm like, I hitchhike. Can I incorporate this in my tent in the woods? And usually I can't. And that's it. That's the end of it. That's all of my story. It's the end of my story. A lot of the convention isn't focused around what I do. What these guys do. All the IRL people. Oh, everyone's just hanging out here. All the IRL people. Trick outside getting drunk. Was he up at the Kappa Cabana? That's Trick's natural state, though. I expect nothing less from him. I always like the reaction you do what? Hitchhike? It's very funny being at this convention. If people don't know what you're doing when you tell them what you're doing, It's kind of like an odd, awkward, almost interaction. They don't know how to respond to it. Like, no, I don't speedrun Zelda. I just sleep in the woods in a tent and then I stick my thumb out all day and go random places. Someone through here. Sorry. Glitched through here. I think, because that's where I was. Opening night. Which is cool. But I guess they're not doing it yet. It's supposed to be in 14 minutes. We got games done quick, shortly. Was I? No, I haven't been there. To become a partner. Free product, merch, a custom flavor. Almost all these are like gaming components. Gamer goo, I think that's to stop your hands being sweaty. Nice. So let me finish this. I'm gonna put it.
You could have like
Until then, I'm gonna point you forward. Please do, talking with food in your mouth ain't so really sexy. Good thing the purpose of my stream isn't to be sexy for you, culpable.
Got teleport and switch with rotors and tap on the back end.
Alright. Whirlwind tour. Of just the convention floor. We won't have enough time to go to like where all the art and stuff is, or go up to the Kappa Cabana where you can get a beer. Light mode? I'm sorry, I use light mode. I find it easy to read. Hey, how's it going?
You Hitch?
I am Hitch.
Can I just say hi to your brother who's on your stream right now?
To who?
My little brother.
Your little brother.
Kieran, you're right, found him.
You're right. You found me.
He's been watching you for the last 2 days and it's just...
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Wait, I haven't been live in 2 days though.
No, probably not. He's been watching your recent ones.
Oh, okay, we're coming to TwitchCon here, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And he's just messaged me saying, go and find this guy you found here, eating a pretzel. Yeah.
You found him? There you go, Karen.
Sweet, cheers.
There you go. That's an interesting one. Hey, how's it going?
That's great.
Oh, hey again. Good to see you again.
Ah, maybe I
It's still like
hitchhiking video clips and stuff on your channel, maybe.
Sometimes they get posted around to a couple places, so you might have seen it on Reddit or something.
I think like the
that.
translation.
Audio
translation.
there you go. Yeah, that's
a
good
popular one, right?
That is a popular one. Yeah.
Hey, it's Chris. I work at Twitch and do like some of the Japanese helping and stuff.
Oh, very cool. Okay, all right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice to meet you.
Have you been having fun? How's the...
Oh yeah, I love TwitchCon, and I always build a hitchhiking trip to get here, so it's a lot of fun to like slowly work my way from wherever I start. In this case, St. John's, Newfoundland, other side of the continent. Slowly get here, and then it's exciting to finally be here, see everyone, and all that stuff. Yeah, it's fun. I'm not sure if you're having like a meeting or anything like that.
Oh no.
I'm just streaming the last bit of the convention before.
Make your rounds, man. Have fun.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Good to see you again. See ya. Better get new pants after TwitchCon. But you don't like my pants? These are nice pants. When you plan to stream in Asia, I won't be leaving for like a week plus. kind of thing.
Between 1 to 2 weeks.
And I'm not telling people where I'm starting from or my itinerary. Oh, actually, I don't know it. So actually, it's not like a. Well, I wouldn't tell you anyway, but I don't actually know myself. So I'm not holding anything back because there's nothing to hold back because I don't have a plan. But I should build a plan before I. Hey, thank you for telling me. That makes me feel good.
You're a great dude. You're super cool.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Hi.
Absolutely.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. We're
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Brandon by Design.
Yes.
Wait, yeah. Familiar.
I was the one who was trying to see if you're going to go through Colorado one time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like on this trip?
Like your first US.
Oh, the first.
Yeah.
I did go. End up going.
And I found you like right after you.
Oh, right after. Okay. Wait, did you happen to see when I was in Boulder and I pitched that flight?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the flight. It was so awesome.
That was cool. And that guy was like a flight instructor, so we did some like acrobatic. Anyway, sorry. I'm remembering back to that first trip.
No, yeah, that's awesome.
It sparked my memory. That was a good time.
Yeah, for sure.
I love in Colorado. I haven't been back since that trip, but I want to do some more like. It's diverse. It's got different like regions with different things going on and stuff like that. So I gotta go back. Are you around the Denver Boulder area?
I'm in Greeley. It's like an hour.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's good to meet you. Yeah.
Dude, nice to meet you as well. See you, man. I'm in Colorado. Come to Colorado. I want to. I was there before, but I want to go again. I love Colorado. It's one of my favorite states, like probably top 5.
Everybody, we're back! Everybody, wake up! See you out there on the way back!
It's time for the next week. I think I'm gonna do a little hitchhiking around California. A little bit of hitchhiking around California. Where am I?
When I wake up, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you.
Hey, this song works well for me. Yo, hey, what's up? I'm doing the thing. I haven't streamed all weekend, so gotta do a little.
I will punch you. Would you like that? It was nice chatting at the Discord party.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you have a good night?
I did.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, Discord party was a good one.
It was good.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Good time. A little too good. 500 miles? You hitchhiked that? Yeah, I hitched 500 miles and I hitched 500 more just to be the man who hitched 1,000 miles. In this case, it's more like 5,000 miles to get here, but we'll just say 1,000 miles because it works with the song. Not too much, just streaming the last bit of the convention. I haven't done all weekend, so I'm trying to get my fix it real quick. Absolutely, let's do it, let's do it. Okay. I got my hand. Oh my lord! I like it. I could try. I don't have hands, so you're gonna have to hold it. Hold it steady. Okay, can you sign over the smiling face? Over the smiling face. Alright, let's get this out. This is gonna be not nice looking. We're going super thin. Okay, sorry, I know it's not very good. It's good. But it's there. It's there, and you approve that habit. Look at Zachary. Zachary, that's his finger. Oh, you put his thumbprint on there? Yeah. That stuff 2 times. Well, maybe you can run it through an ID thing. It's got a thumbprint. Very cool. Nice to meet you, man. Have a good one. Gonna be the man who's hitching home. I would pitch 500 miles and I would walk pitch 500 just to be the man. Pitch 5,000 miles to show up at TwitchCon. Anything planned for tonight? Tallulah really wants to get drunk, like from awkward travel. So I'm probably gonna drink, which is kind of what I did last night, and it's definitely what I did the night before that, and the night before that. It's just I've lost track of the days. How many nights is it? Anyway, there's some awkward travel stuff. Sorry. But yeah, I'll be drinking tonight, which I know is surprising. Streamers are known to be stay away from alcohol, and they're all celibate. I'm just gonna post up in here real quick. It's been good, yeah. Sweet.
Where's Laurie when I see you coming towards me?
No, I just thought I'd stop back in here.
Okay.
I think the yearly is like any time now.
Yeah, should we choose start about now?
Probably like lining. What do you get in there? Do you just go in there?
5 minutes. I have no idea where it is.
You got lots of You always got a ton of things to do. Alright, cool. Sit down for a moment.
You would be. It'd actually be really funny. Fun. No, she's not. She's just sitting down, so it'd be really funny.
All live you, but wireless. Alright. No, worked well.
No!
All over the place.
No.
That was doing good.
Experience. Streamer and
So we fixed it.
Are we going to do this? Do we still something tonight? Are we still going to try and play around it? I don't. What would you do?
Whichever suits you.
What?
Tomorrow early, whichever suits you.
Okay.
Because all we're doing tomorrow is packing up here and going, so I'll be good till I've gone by probably 12, 1, worst case. Or after Twitch, or whatever you want to do. You probably want to get a few hours in, you know. After this runs, I'm going to find like a local bar and sit down and have a beer. You know, you can come there or whatever, you know.
Okay. Well, I'll see what everyone's doing and stuff.
No, that's
my remote PC died.
Stop saying that. Why would you say that?
You finally got it set up. Look at this. Nice. Are you still broadcasting?
My remote PC died.
Oh.
So I have a backup one, but the internet's so bad on my phone.
Why did
It's quite a setup.
Have you tried? Like it's pretty light. Like it looks involved, but it's not that heavy.
It's actually pretty good. That's pretty good. You got tripod there as well.
That's a little bit too hot.
New Zealand trip. I'd like to either this year or next year.
Yes.
You can tell me about
Yeah.
Hi, Kat.
Yeah, Mikey is here. I know. Everyone recognizes you. Mikey's here.
Who would be down to do that? Who would be down to do that?
What is configuration? One here. And
Alright, I'm gonna see if the.
yeah, and then one. No. So basically, this year to
I said you buy the Star Citizen event last night and safe travel. Say that you Buster the Destroyer. It was cool to stop by, say hi to everyone.
Ingress to this, so really you want a flat angle or keep it one.
Tell Zach
A
hi.
little bit unreliable though, so when you get back to
I'm gonna get his attention. 1 sec.
whatever, tell another one or find a different brand.
Hey, Zach, do you know Buster the Destroyer?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in chat. He's like told me to say hi.
Why? I'm doing that Buster.
Yeah, at the Star Citizen. Yeah, he was just saying good to meet you last night and say hi to Zach.
Good to meet Buster as well.
There you go. Hitch, my mom said she's seen you. Did we talk or did she just see me? What's your mom's name? Twitch ceremony. Oh yeah, I miss you.
Sexy. So basically we want it from the cable straight in, so don't go straight into that side. Yeah, the bottom side, and then
Try and go there.
Train with the power straight in that way and stop doing it that way.
Okay, right.
But these things can be unreliable, even if you can only get like on Amazon a good quality.
Alright, they're talking. Okay, I should just go.
I want to sleep.
I should just go.
That long.
Alright, let's go. Thank you, man. Let's see how this works. How do we get to the glitch theater? I think it's over here. So you didn't get to talk? Oh, sorry. Alright. Let's go. Let's see if we can get somewhere here. I need to get a better setup going on this. Just for reading chat is really what I need. Is Ron Rose something tall? Yeah, he is. Absolute beast of him.
I got that all of those.
It's intimidating. I am Hitch. How's it going?
Good. How are
You had fun? We're like at the end.
Oh, yeah.
There-
Oh, my God. My coworker watches you.
Oh, does she? Or he does.
Yeah, can I take a picture?
Yeah. You don't want to be in it? Well, yeah, that is confirmation that you met me, right?
Yes.
You need to be in it.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Alright.
All right.
Sorry.
Spin her around here. All right.
1, 2, 3, cheese. Thank you.
What's your name?
Audrey.
Audrey. Nice to meet you, Audrey.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Trevor. Yeah. Trevor Hitch. Most people here just call me Hitch because it sounds like a name.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I don't think I'd run into you.
I just drift all over the place.
Yeah. Glad you made it.
I was happy. You never know with hitchhiking, right? So I could stand there all day and no one could stop. So like, we got here though.
And it's dangerous.
I don't think it's as dangerous as people think it is, but you know, there's always dangers. Alright, I want to see if I can. Do you know how to get into the Glitch Theater? There's like a closing ceremony thingy.
Glitch Theater's the first one, right?
Yeah, it's in here, but I don't know how you get in. Maybe you have to go out. Anyway, I'm gonna look for it.
You have to go out there.
Nice to meet you. Sorry.
Switch.
Alright, we can't get in this way. This is like gated off. I think it's in there. That's the Glitch Theater. But yeah, when we were talking with that lady there, the lights came up a bit more and they're like, the convention is now closed. And they're playing closing time. Classic retail move. Passive aggressively tell people to get the F out of here. I know I want to take me home. I know I want to take me home. I know I want to take me home. Take me home. Classic retail move there. Alright, Glitch Theater to the left. Let's see if we can still get in there. Include laser, strobe light, special effects. Nice. I'm gonna get a horrible seat. Horrible seat. So different sections. Sometimes they change them by like these people can sit here, these people can sit here. Over here.
Please welcome to the stage Marcus, DJ Wheat Graham, and Anna Prosser.
Oh, DJ Wheat. Can we just like go like right up here? Yeah, why not? Wow. Cool.
This is my
I know.
This is my favorite moment. Even though the show's ending, it's still my favorite show. Thank you guys.
One of my favorite moments.
Okay, well, there's a cameraman in the way.
That awesome intro performance was Seed of Action. He's a full-time musician on Twitch. He makes awesome live music videos on stream, and you may have remembered that he provided music for Twitch Yearlies in the past. So please, one more time, welcome Monty back, everybody.
Please clap. I'm holding you guys so I can't clap.
And say hello to everyone here in San Diego along with us, and to everyone also watching at home. Thank you so much for being here for the closing of TwitchCon 2019 Twitch Yearly.
It's been an incredible 3 days here at TwitchCon, and we are honored to close out this weekend with this very special episode of Twitch Weekly.
If you're not familiar with what Twitch Weekly is, let us explain.
On Twitch Weekly, we discuss what's happened on Twitch over the last week, as well as creators and trends to look out for in the future. So today, instead of Twitch Weekly, we'll be looking at the year as a whole. And voila, Twitch year.
And for the next hour, we'll be time traveling through 2019 with videos and guest speakers that characterize this year for the community. You think of it as reading a chapter of the Twitch history textbook.
That would be an amazing book.
I would read it. Yeah, required reading, in fact. And this year's chapter would be hard to name because there are so many things to be proud of. It's been a year of pushing limits, of defining careers, and of doing so much good.
As long as we've hosted Twitch Weekly, it's been clear that Twitch isn't just a platform. Twitch is you. It's creators, it's culture, it's community, and it's been our honor to use Twitch Weekly and now Twitch Yearly to highlight the people and ideas that make Twitch Twitch.
So, is everyone ready? And just really quickly, was anyone here for the first Twitch Yearly, which actually took place in San Diego 2016? Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this year.
Yeah, let's do it. Twitch Yearly 2019.
I think it's the now it's all.
So,
It's all
fun internet history fact. There are people in the Twitch community who have been live streaming for 10 years. We talked about it a little bit in the opening
Maybe
ceremony.
we'll go back a little bit actually, so I can get
and they've been streaming for
this
longer
screen
than Twitch
better.
has even existed.
Streamers like Jane TV, The
Maybe.
Great GQ, Aria Blarg, and Bifu Techie shaped the future of Twitch way back when this corner of the internet was called Justin TV.
And don't forget Craig, who you might know better as the Craigasm emote.
What a legacy that one has.
It always, Twitch Yearly makes me emotional, but it always gets me kind of emotional when I think about the streamers in this room right now who will someday be celebrating their 10-year anniversary on Twitch. So even if you just started streaming last week, you will be able to
We're at a
follow
year and a
in the
half.
footsteps of the many players that help make Twitch in this industry possible.
Considering how much this community has evolved and expanded in the last 10, I can't wait to see what Twitch looks like in those 10 years from now. And hopefully, by then we'll be playing games with only our minds, and dogs will rule the world.
The first one sounds maybe a little plausible, but I'm not sure about the dogs. Cats ruling the world I can get behind, but we can drink a little bit.
Dogs.
All right.
What is that camera set?
Whether you're set to make
What a
streaming your
strange
full-time
thing.
job or you found your hobby turning into a career, I am certainly glad that Twitch has enabled creators
Camera on
to
a
make
string
money
with a little
off of their
backpack
passions.
mount thing.
However, working as a Twitch streamer can be kind of hard to explain.
Yeah, I feel that. One of the most awkward moments for me, and I think many professional Twitch streamers, is that moment of small talk when you get in a lift and your driver asks that question, so what do you do for a living?
Right, because for a very long time, if you said live stream, they might think you were talking about a body of water.
It's gimbal? That's not a gimbal.
That's exactly where their minds went.
It just takes the weight off of it.
Streams of water.
Look at
Yes. But this year, there's been a change in the wind, a shift in the universe. Twitch has become a household name.
Twitch streamer and Fortnite champion Boogo was a guest on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Twitch got a shout out in the movie Ready Player One, directed by Steven Spielberg. You might have heard of him.
Yeah, I think so. And then to top it all off, an original Twitch show, Artificial, won an Emmy this year. No big deal. Just kidding, it's a really, really big deal. But all this to say, more and more of the world now knows what Twitch is.
Yeah, it's life-changing, right? To hear that Twitch creators can confidently talk about their work outside of the internet is extremely exciting, and it's empowering. We want the whole world to know about the incredible work that you can do.
So would you call 2019 the year of finally being able to explain to my Lyft driver that I work as a live streamer on Twitch even though it's none of their business?
Or maybe we could just shorten it to the year that everybody else gets it.
Yes. And here to celebrate, here is a video about how streamers explain their jobs.
Oh God, that's
What was it like describing my job to people early in my streaming career? It was hard. It was weird. This little kid comes up to me. He was like, "Oh my God, tell me." The mother goes, goes, where does my son know you from? And I say, oh, your son watches me on the internet. I was with Joe that day.
When I first started streaming on Twitch, my mother could not pronounce the word Twitch, so she decided that she was just going to call it my thing without telling me. Oh, you doing your thing? The TV or the whatever?
I told my family that I worked with computers, and the computer...
I used to ask people randomly in the streets, you know, in New York, because I have an accent. I would say, do you know what Twitch is? And they were like, Twitch? How do you spell that? T-W-E-E?
I stream video games online to people, and they watch me and they pay me for it.
Getting people to understand or remember what pinball was, let alone
category for what we did because it was so early.
I'm a guy who plays video games, like in front of a camera, then I have like a live audience that I talk to.
I always had to navigate it very carefully because sometimes it sounded like it was not a PG-13 show.
For the most part, people just go, wow, what a weird freaking job. I'm a Twitch streamer. I'd say I'm a professional pinball player, and I broadcast live on the internet showing people how to play.
I have a long-distance friend that's in a couple of cities or a couple of states or a couple of countries over. We sync up together at the same time, and we play games together.
Well, I just tell people it's kind of like a TV show. There's at specific days during the week, during specific hours. There's commercial breaks, there's sponsors, there's advertisement, just like you would see on TV.
I tell people I'm an entrepreneur.
I just say I love video games, I love drag, I love interacting with people that love video games and love drag.
Somebody asked me what I do. I just say I play the piano live. Do you live stream? Where? Twitch.
Yeah, I think it's easier now because Twitch is more of a culture, and it's, I believe, you know, Twitch is just more worldwide.
It's a lot easier now that people's understanding of live content has broadened.
I feel like the awareness has changed a lot, even more in the last 12 months.
We have esports on ESPN and TNT.
Nowadays, I think most people understand that there are a lot of ways to get your name out there or to promote whatever it is that you have.
We have celebrities like Shaquille O'Neal and Drake and T-Pain.
I think that especially with what I do here on Twitch, it helps people realize that it's not just one thing. Twitch is multifaceted and it has a lot of different things to offer.
Sports players like Richard Sherman, Kyle Long, Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah, my explanation is really kind of
Juju.
And a lot of those are responses now, instead of being like, what's that? I don't understand.
Now, when I say, do you know what Twitch is? They laugh and they say, yeah, I know what Twitch is.
Nowadays, she literally just goes, you know, he does his thing. You know, he talks to the people on the internet.
Twitch has become such a culture. It's just easier to say, hey, what do you do for a living? I'm a streamer on Twitch.tv. And they're like, oh, cool, yeah, I've heard of the Twitch. Yeah, I got a couple of friends that watch it. So, I mean, from 10 years ago to today, it's just easier because we've built this huge culture on Twitch that's just gone global.
Things have changed a lot.
Things have a lot.
Shout out Marcus. Tina actually helped us with the music and that as well. So thank you very much, Marcus.
And things have changed a lot. And thank goodness it is finally the year that everybody else gets it. And we have an amazing guest speaker here to talk with us more on the subject. She is the perfect example of someone who has incorporated her passions like gaming, cooking, and her family into a full-time streaming career.
Through Twitch, she also brings us two podcasts, the Co-Optional Podcast and Manga Pod. Have you guys heard of those two? And after drinking so much coffee in her chatting stream, she created her own coffee line, which all of us night owls appreciate. So please welcome to the stage, Dodger, aka Dex Bonus.
I can't clap. I only have one hand.
Hello, everybody. For the last 9 years, I have been doing everything from gaming content to crafting to vlogging. I went from a kid that was desperately trying to get my last math class done so I could have my degree to alongside of my job. And a lot of the older streamers will use the term the Wild West when they talk about the internet. It's like when your grandpa launches into this really weird anecdote, except it's more like, well, back in my day, you could make a headshot compilation to Don't Let Me Get Me by Pink, and the man would not come after you. Oh, no, they wouldn't. And I think we can all agree that streaming today is just more accessible. It has
more cultural touchstones than it ever did before. And when I first started, it was hard enough explaining to my parents what it was that I did, and they have context about my interests, you know? But I've noticed that over the last couple of years, there's absolutely been a shift. Gone are the days of my good friend telling every Uber driver that he's a producer on the Paul Blart movies so that he doesn't have to actually explain his job. But recently I went to my P.O. box, and there was a girl that started working there, and she asked me what I did, and I was like, oh, I'm a streamer. And she goes, really? Oh my gosh, what do you play? Because I play League, and I've streamed a couple of times, but it's so nerve-wracking. Do you think I'll get over that? And I left with this really weird feeling like, that was odd, but kind of cool. And then we had a lovely gentleman come to our house and set up some security cameras. And we were saying that we worked from home. And he asked what we did, and we told him, and he goes, so, do you guys know Pokimane? Because I love her. We've had kids come to our door selling chocolate, and they would recognize us. And then the one that probably will stick with me for the rest of my life is when I was in the hospital giving birth to my kid, multiple doctors said, right, so what's the deal with Fortnite? Because my kid won't put it down. And I don't know whether to credit the burgeoning esports scene or the variety and reach of games for more and more different types of people, or just the lovely community members that take the time to go on TV and make themselves heard on our behalf.
Yeah, I'm not speaking on this one. We did the opening ceremony.
And I don't just mean what we do. I don't mean like we play games. I mean that we are full of jovial, smart, giving communities that come together on these platforms. Which, by the way, those qualities have always been there, even before anybody knew who we were and what it is that we do. So, yes, it's not the Wild West anymore, but to be honest, the Wild West was kind of hot and gross. So, I say cheers to the new world, where we have a voice that reaches thousands of people, and we have an opportunity to spread a lot of joy. Thank you.
Yeah, I was up on that stage for the opening ceremony for an interview.
Oh my gosh.
It was very short, but I was there.
It's not like these communities were created by Twitch, but that they were there, and that now, because of coming together, we have an opportunity to do so much together and spread joy.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah, plus I literally was born from the Wild West, and God was right, it was hot and gross. I like the new world we live in now. Twitch careers are special because as a streamer, you are your own boss, and as a viewer, you're kind of an investor in talent.
I love that. And also, to stream on Twitch regularly requires dedication and hard work. It's a huge achievement just to stream in the first place.
Sorry,
and we're
I don't have the
excited that
best
it's
angle
getting
here.
easier to
I
explain
came
your
here
job
late.
to your Lyft driver.
Or your friends from high school.
And your grandma.
And
We don't take
definitely
Lyft drivers, though, so we don't
are going to be
have to interact with
a whole
them.
lot easier. But let's go ahead and move on, and thanks to those who now can explain their career.
Yes. Now, let's move on to our next year of. One of my absolute favorite things about watching Twitch is seeing streamers discover new ways to push the limit of their content. And last year we noticed a lot of you taking your streams to the great outdoors, but this year you went outdoors and beyond, whether our world or one of your own making.
I mean, some of the green screen work on Twitch is better than the CGI in Game of Thrones episodes. It's incredible. And experimenting with new and exciting ways to interact with your audience is what Twitch is all about. And I tuned into a stream with the Sushi Dragon recently, and he was interacting with the chat dressed as a Hershey Kiss that was floating in space. And to be honest, it's just magical.
That's one of the most internet-y things I have ever heard. And
I really like the Sushi Dragon.
Blender as
Crazy
a
stuff he does.
to that list. Rudism pushes the limits of streaming, gaming, and technology itself on his channel, tinkering and rewiring everyday objects like a kitchen blender until they can be used to play video games. Marcus, that is science. That is why the internet was invented.
Yeah. Lara6683 continued to push the limits of streaming, and with her talent this year, she makes some unbelievable music shows. She has the ability to hear a song once and then can play it back, and it is crazy to see, even crazier to hear. And she has the ability to mash up two songs in moments, and it completely blows my mind.
And if we're talking about music on Twitch, we have to mention our very own Scene of Action over there, and also Mr. Greggles, whose stream setup redefined the term rockstar.
And speaking of setups, Paladin Amber has a relatively traditional streaming setup, but turns normal overlays into hilarious spur-of-the-moment jokes, and she once reacted to a viewer asking for pictures of her feet by turning her stream into a parody infomercial, and her reaction is so simple and perfect. A great example for anyone who's looking to experiment on their channel but might not
Crohn's
know
with
their
the 10-month tier 2.
We could spend the rest
Thank you
of the
very
evening
much.
talking about all of the innovative creators out there
Appreciate
and how
that.
they're changing the landscape, but why not let them show you that this is truly the year of experimentation.
Hello, I've interrupted your transmission.
Or the H.264 compressed MP4 file.
Okay, Aussie Guy 88, thanks for the follow, mate. Swag. Belly button, 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 belly button. Look at my belly button. It's the best button on my body.
Huzzah! It is I, Cartoon Squirrel.
Why did you do that? Do not use the computer. Do not use the computer. Do not use the computer.
I think this was a mistake.
Oh, get out of here. It's a pit fight.
Here's my controller. It's got a trigger right there, a thumbstick for aiming, but it has motion control so I can aim using that too. Another thumbstick for moving. 5 buttons on the side that let me do different abilities and stuff like that. A button on the back that I press into my shoulder to aim down sights.
General Mittens with the mega hose. Oh, rock on. Play some music, yeah?
I think. Let's go. Good boy. Good job. Good job. Good job.
Everything I found on the planet Earth.
Hi, welcome into Paladin Amber Sales. That's right. Do you want to see food play? I've got the solution for you. Now for just a small fee of $19.95 plus shipping and handling, I'm gonna tell you to get your food fetish out of my chat. Get it right out of my chat. I don't want anything to do. I want it. Take it away right now. Get out. Out. Okay, back to you guys.
That's what the secretary does that last time.
So much of the magic on Twitch comes from creators looking to each other for guidance and inspiration, and our next speaker attributes his success to the streamers who experimented before him.
When this creator was originally featured on Twitch Weekly, we knew 100% we were going to be seeing quite a bit more of them. And he's a technical wizard, a master of timing, and based on the amount of equipment he wears, he might actually be part cyborg. So please welcome to the stage, the Sushi Dragon.
From the moment you press start streaming, you know that button that streamers love to push or hate. Everything you do and add from that point on will continue to evolve and grow. From adding a green screen to a new gaming keyboard, and that's just the hardware side of things. On the other side of the screen, your audience grows and changes with you as well. The people that follow and watch turn into a community that supports and collaborates. Whether it's the new emote or turning your top clip into a meme that you can't ever live down. It's supposed to have a special effect, but it's a constantly moving platform. How does one keep up with that? How can Twitch even keep up with that? You can't. You can't keep up because it's in real time. It's raw, it's uncut, similar to life. You can't edit out all the unfavorable parts, just like that one. You gotta do it, and you gotta do it live. Creating live is much different than creating with edits and cuts. It forces you to experiment and improvise, simply because There's no time to redo, only time to change and move forward. And that's the best thing, because that live factor forces you to innovate. Twitch is definitely not the same.
I like watching all the camera guys.
And I can tell you from personal experience, my stream is not the same from it is today. And that's what I love about streaming. Everything you do stacks onto each other, like buffs in World of Warcraft. Twitch is like casting features that build upon each other from the very first live stream to the way we see streams today. There might always be formulas and formats that withstand the test of time in every industry. We'll always have classics that we can look back on. But what makes streaming evolve so quickly is because of the fact it's live. The streamer is live, the chat room is live, the content, it brings so much life to the content in ways people don't realize. Anything you create, change, or share, people will be there to view, interact, and experience. The instantaneous interaction is the catalyst towards innovative content, because it's no longer simply content creator creates and viewer consumes. Instead, viewers are part of the content, and streamers
You've always been allowed
are part
to stream
of the viewers
these are
to
streamed
create the
themselves.
content. Most don't know it, but creators
If
and
you
the
go to
audience are
twitch.tv/Twitch, you can see a much higher
produce what
quality
comes out from those interactions.
stream of this
And that
content.
is distinctly different from how traditional content is created. The streamer, the audience, the subscribers, and the above and beyond supporters all become one giant super producer. And a giant super producer can do more than a single producer can. Our collaborations as streamers and audience have led to countless incredible generous donations that end up in the news to charities, open source projects and tools that even large companies utilize to live stream their brand. A culture used in our mainstream media purely built upon live streaming culture. The community aspect, the people factor, is what holds us accountable to innovation, our content. You're no longer relying on Hollywood producers, investors, or waiting on studio approval. Everything can be done now and done live. Because when you retain hundreds to thousands of people live, you're essentially crowdsourcing skill sets, knowledge, humor, creativity, and culture from every part of the world. And that's all bunched up into one word used most often into streaming, which is called community. What's different from live streaming versus traditional streaming is that a viewer is much different from one view. One viewer can impact so much more than 1,000 views. The concept of a streamer and viewer working in tandem shares the creating part in content creator. It's what makes streamers thrive. And what I love most about content creators is when they mimic this action towards other creators. And that's what we like to call raiding. An idea completely created by streaming culture. And it's something very unique in an otherwise everyone for yourself entertainment industry. Rather than competing, live streaming culture encourages collaboration and introducing communities to other channels. I don't want to get too deep into this, but my content creating days was revived due to this fact, and it is how my channel has become what it is today. So whoever made the first host of the stream, and to all the other content creators that rated me in the past, thank you. Whether it's streamer or viewer, working in tandem, or creators collaborating with creators, it's an act that's truly innovative to Twitch. And it's what gives life to this entire live streaming industry. The community aspect is honestly what involves Twitch, and I'm glad to see Twitch backing this concept. From the new features to adding affiliates, which by the way, when I first got affiliate, made me the happiest content creator alive when I found out I could have my own emote across the entire site. You're probably used to that by now, but if you think about it, that's actually really awesome. Thanks for giving that option. If you never forget the people, never forget the people factor. No matter what comes next, love it or hate it, we'll keep pushing what's possible with live streaming. Communities will continue to evolve, and it shows in the categories on Twitch. Gaming has started to expand to other creative mediums, to art, dance, travel, and music, because the culture, concepts, and ideas that make live streaming so entertaining on this site doesn't have ceiling caps or limitations.
Kid Boga did really good on stage.
Further, even change up the current entertainment industry. Another major difference between traditional edited forms of content and the live content is that when it's live, it's never really finished. And it's because of that, Twitch at its core is to innovate rather than to have a the end. I've been told live streaming is the future of entertainment because really there is no book about the history of entertainment. Live streaming. As Marcus has said to me before,
right now. You can watch
the book
Shook
is
drink
still
beer. I
being
think
written.
he's probably
And to
drinking beer right now.
Twitch streamers and viewers, you guys have the pen. Thank you.
I love, you know, with an esports background, I love when people give me like the quality build. And the quality build that the Sushi Dragon just pointed out is like, it doesn't matter what comes next. As long as we don't forget the people factor, we're going to keep going the right direction.
Yeah, I like super producer too.
Yeah.
Like, right, the collective creative mind. And that is great. Once again, another round of applause. Now, we don't normally invite more than one speaker to come up during each section of the show, but this year we kind of had to make an exception.
We could call our next speaker an innovator, but I think that his Primetime Emmy and Peabody Award do that for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bernie Su is the co-creator of Artificial, a web series that defied limitations of traditional media by combining scripted content with audience participation. And this accomplishment was awarded the first Emmy for anything that's ever been broadcast on Twitch. And that is such an impressive and incredible accomplishment.
Season 2 wrapped up at the end of August with some huge plot twists. But I don't think I can actually talk about that without giving too much away. So you'll have to watch the VODs on the Artificial Next channel. But until then, here is Bernie Su.
Hi everybody. Thank you, Ann and Marcus. Hello everyone. I hope you've been enjoying this TwitchCon as much as I have. Now, with the help of your awesome hosts, everyone in this room has heard about Artificial, but you may not know exactly what it is. Just so you don't, Artificial is an original sci-fi series on Twitch that is not only presented live, but allows the audience to change the story. Our show follows an AI being named Sophie, and her goal is to become human with your help. And by you, I mean the Twitch audience. She literally is asking the audience for help. So this isn't a sci-fi series that just happened to be broadcast on Twitch. That really wouldn't be that interesting. This is a sci-fi series born out of what Twitch is. It's a series that could only be done on Twitch. So, what does that mean? What makes Artificial special? What makes Artificial Twitch? Well, they think there are 3 elements that define the uniqueness of Artificial. 1, we do the series live. Of course, we're on Twitch. 2, the audience interacts with our story. And 3, the audience is consequential to our story. Now, when my friends who are traditional Hollywood storytellers hear that, I can see their figurative minds explode. And they always respond with the same questions. How? Why would you do that? Isn't the Twitch audience, like, chaotic in a loving way? What up, Twitch audience? How you guys doing? But to us in the room, here, we know Twitch. It's actually not that complicated when I break it down. How does any streamer interact with the audience? Well, first, obviously, there's the chat. Chat is an organic part of Twitch. What up, chat? What's going on? If you ask questions to our characters, they may respond to those questions in character. And yes, those questions and answers can affect our story, a sci-fi story. So what else do streamers do besides chat? Well, there's, a ton of extensions out there on Twitch that we all use in different ways. We use a poll. And so yes, these polls get to determine, well, the audience will determine what happens in our story. Now, this is where I want to point out something very specific. I didn't just say that the audience interacts with us. I said the audience is consequential. Because no matter if you're a single streamer or a full production, when the audience gets to determine something of consequence, that's when you know that they become more invested in you. They've become more invested in your story, or our story. For a streamer, maybe it's what game you play next, or what characters you use. These decisions, though may seem trivial, can become consequential. So what would be consequential for a series like Artificial, a sci-fi series? Well, in our show, it's character actions and relationships. For example, in Artificial, the audience got to determine if Sophie got a mother, huge, what their relationship would be, whether she would keep her best friend, and in our season finale, as Anna pointed out, whether or not she should be deactivated. Yes, we let the Twitch audience decide if our main character should be figuratively killed. Hashtag spoilers, go check it out. And I want to point out that there isn't an alternate universe in our story that we produced where the opposite choice got to play. This isn't a video game. You don't get to see what would happen if the story went the other way, because in our show, it doesn't exist. It never happened. With Artificial, whatever the audience determined for us, we as the storytellers accepted it because, as I've repeated, the audience is consequential. And that's the thought I want to leave with you as a storyteller. Consequentiality. Because you don't have to like what we've done on Artificial. That's up to you. That's your opinion. And hey, fancy awards, I love them. They're nice. But I really don't think that's what Twitch is about. Twitch is about you and the stories you tell with your audience together. Whether it's through a game, maybe, or an art, or a sci-fi robot. Please, I encourage you, utilize what I think makes Twitch so unique. Embrace the chaos of the audience and make them consequential. My name is Bernie Sue. You can check out Artificial and Artificial Next on Twitch, and thank you for an amazing TwitchCon.
We live in a world where streamers have been streaming for 10 years. The first Emmy is awarded, and technology has been has advanced so much, and it's just incredible to think that it's come this far.
I also love to see how so many different types of storytellers can succeed on Twitch, and seeing, like he's saying, a Hollywood-based kind of production crew being able to tell their stories, as well as Sushi Dragon telling us about one person who had this idea and wanted to band together with a community to tell stories. I think that's the magic.
Yeah, I mean, it's really incredible what we considered innovation a few years ago. And that was just scratching the surface. Like, you, the creators and the experimenters of Twitch, have pushed this platform to places that we could have never, ever predicted.
And if what the Sushi Dragon and Bernie Sue are doing today is now our definition of innovation, just think about what we'll be seeing on Twitch in the next few years. Honestly, we can't wait to see what your beautiful brains come up with next.
Yes, so please, yes, keep innovating.
Creativity isn't the only outstanding quality of the people using Twitch. The capability of the Twitch community to do good blows my mind.
At one of the first Twitch yearlies, well, I guess it was the first Twitch yearly, TwitchCon 2016, Zach Witten from St. Jude Play Live spoke on the stage and rallied the Twitch community to make a difference. And 3 years later, we can see how much his words inspired many of you to use your streaming superpowers for good.
Helping others has become ingrained in the Twitch identity. On a streamer-to-streamer level, popular channels raise up channels that are just starting out. A cool example of this happened over on Summit 1G's channel this past year. He invited several growing streamers to play Grand Theft Auto 5 with him, introducing them to his audience of over 3 million followers. It was such a simple act that really made a big impact for those streamers.
Yeah, and for the Grand Theft Auto 5 community, I don't think things have been the same since, right? We got a fan out there. Those streamers were already passionate, but Summit 1G's thoughtful collaboration pushed them even further into the limelight, enabling even some of those streamers to go full-time. And that is pretty life-changing. But what a perfect example of using the platform to do good.
Right? And in terms of big picture outreach, the Twitch community has wowed us again and again with its generosity and dedication to making a difference. In July, gamers from all over the country gathered for the second annual Guardian Con in Florida. In a single weekend, the convention raised over $4 million for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
The annual Jingle Jam stream hosted by Yogscast inspired over 88,000 donations to organizations including, of course, but not limited to, the Mental Health Foundation, International Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Trans, and Intersex Association, and Save the Children.
Can you even imagine? Yeah. 88,000 donations. Can you imagine 88,000 people even in a room? That's incredible. We also have to mention Extra Life, an organization that unites gamers around the world to raise money for Children's Miracle Network. Since 2008, Extra Life has enabled gamers to raise over $50 million for Children's Miracle Network. That's astounding.
Keep going. We're gonna keep going.
I know, you can keep clapping forever.
Yeah.
There's a list. Just last week, 55 French gamers participated in the Z Event Gaming Marathon that raised 3.8 million euros for the Institut Pasteur, an international nonprofit dedicated to public health. Even the president of France commented, like, Sacre bleu! That was French.
St. Jude awarded Twitch their Charity Innovation Award this year, which is such a massive honor bestowed to every broadcaster who has done any sort of charity stream on Twitch. And every year you will hear us say this, is that we built this platform, but it is you who has shown us how to use it. And you have literally reinvented what it means to be charitable by finding creative ways to raise money and to show your passion for important causes. And that is true innovation, which has changed the face of charity forever.
In the past, you were playing support, and you were doing it very well, I might add. But this record-breaking year, you have leveled up. This year, you went pro.
And that's why we are dubbing this the Year of Pro Support. Let's enjoy a few of the many moments from this momentous year.
Oh, God!
Freaking do it. God, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for making me the last block of this thing and absolutely destroying anything that I thought we could do. $919,000. Chat, I love you to death. I gotta go. I'm gonna sit here in my chair and cry for a little bit. Get out of here, dude. Just get out of here, dude. That's $1 million in 1 year.
Wait! I said 2. Okay, you didn't put your decimal point in right. 2.00.
It's so sour! We're getting a tattoo! We hit $25,000 for St. Jude! Oh my god!
I'm gonna sneak over this guy. Still alive! That's the...
But she's not hitchhiking.
No. Come on! Yes, everyone. Here we go.
500,000.
Oh,
Ready?
Ah, amazing.
No music.
Yes.
Yes.
Our next speaker embodies what it means to play pro support. He not only regularly uses his platform to raise money for his favorite cause, but he encourages others to do the same.
His marathon charity streams have become a pillar of the Twitch community, and in under 3 years, his community around his channel has raised enough to pay for a whole day at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, which cost $2.7 million. And there is nothing more uplifting than watching this individual talk about charity, because the passion in his eyes contains a fire unlike I have ever seen. And he inspires me to want to do more, and I hope he will inspire you too.
Please welcome to the stage, Dr. Lupo!
Thank you both very much for the opportunity to come speak before one of the best audiences I've ever seen in my entire life. Thank you guys. Now, everyone in this room, we all have different stories to tell. There are people that, whether you're a viewer, whether you're a streamer, a content creator, a gamer, the first time you picked up a controller, whether you are adjusting your sensitivity on your mouse or changing the RGB on your PC to make it go faster, everybody knows colors make it go faster. We all are part of one unified community. That's gaming. Now, my history of charity and everything that the community has done around my channel, it's not exactly short. I've been doing this for about 5 years. And a while ago, back in the Destiny 1 days,
I feel left out.
A certain event led to me trying to raise money for the National Fragile X Foundation. We did a pair of those charity streams, and it was a phenomenal experience. Now, at the time, it wasn't as much money as the last couple events, but at the end of the day, you have to remember, the numbers don't really matter. After that, I had an opportunity to work with Make-A-Wish, which was phenomenal. They actually had no idea that crowdfunding a charity event could even be possible through streaming. So we opened their eyes to the chance to really bring these people together. People like every single person here, whether you're watching on Twitch, whether you're sitting on stage right next to me, or just at home, maybe you're cranking 90s in Fortnite, you have an opportunity to be part of this unified gaming experience. And my charity efforts and everyone else's, these are all part of the same single unified community. You have to remember that. Now, for me, on Twitch, we've had a bunch of chances to raise money. And many people here have been a part of that. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for everything that you've done for me and every single content creator here. You guys really, really do fuel everything that we do. But in order to get to that point, in order for these people, the people you watch on Twitch, or you raising money yourselves, you need inspiration. So my job today is to try and convince you or remind you of the things that you do and why you do them, so that you can go home and continue to do what you've done so far over and over again. For me, coming up on December 21st, I don't know if we had a chance to talk about this or not. Last year we did Build Against Cancer. I'm wearing the gold foil version of the shirt, and thank you very much for the people that also have these and all the others on right now. I'll be doing another one of them on December 21st, so if you have time, feel free to jump by. But at the end of the day, even I need inspiration to be able to get on stage, on camera, wherever it happens to be, and try and convince people to help be part of something bigger than themselves. Thank you very much. So we'll talk about three things. The first is mainstream media. The last few months, last few years, even so far back to Pong and before that, there's always been a dark cloud over what we do here. And I know a lot of people have seen things on social media. You've seen reports in the news. You've seen the horrible things that have happened around the world from time to time. And oftentimes gaming becomes the scapegoat for people in mainstream media to fall back on. I want to remind you from the bottom of my heart, and you all know it, that's not true. Gaming has given every single person in this room, every single person watching on Twitch, every kid at home, every grandpa that plays Tetris, every single person an opportunity to have fun. It doesn't drive people. Hey, you're a legend. It does not drive people to do horrible things. What it does, and you have all seen it, is drive people to support each other, to make friendships, to be part of one of the most social, interactive communities in the world. The reality of gaming is that it is amazing. please, when you go home, when you watch streams, when you talk about stuff on Twitter and Instagram, when you go on Reddit and you write something stupid, because you know sometimes you do, I do it too, remember that that stupid comment comes from a place of good. Gaming does good. Do not let anybody tell you otherwise.
I like his voice. I know it's a strange
Second
comment.
point of inspiration I want to talk about, and I mentioned it not too long ago this year, I had the opportunity to be what they call the anchor position for GuardianCon. I was the last stream, a 4-hour block, where we raised $920,000. You raised $920,000 in 4.5 hours. During that block, I got a chance to talk with a father named Brett. I met Brett at the St. Jude Play Live Summit. Thank you very much to Zach, Jason, everybody at St. Jude for giving me the opportunity to go out there. And for the first time, that was my first experience at the research facility to really talk and meet people and see everything that happened and how day-to-day life there is the attempt to make things normal for these people. There are children that suffer through the most horrible things that I have ever seen in my life, and they do it with more guts, more grace, and more courage than anyone I've ever met. Now, when we were there, we had a chance to help some of the patients and families have dinner, and we got a chance to feed them, and that's when I met Brett face to face. He was a long time watching the stream, been around for a while. We got to sit down and talk about his situation, and his daughter Gracie, who is 2 years old, and talk about how the treatment that she's getting and everything, that every dollar goes into a pool to help these people help find normal. Now, I did not realize this, but I had a chance, and I didn't even ask St. Jude. Sorry, Zach. Sorry, Jason. Everybody else. I had him on the stream. He jumped into a Discord call, and I wanted to talk about the experience that he was having at St. Jude, because people do not get a chance to really hear raw, uncut emotion from the parents that are there. I had not realized that Gracie had relapsed. So hearing that, in 30 minutes, people put $250,000 into the pool, and it blew my mind. These people are out there. They need your help, and it's not just St. Jude. Please remember this. There are so many good causes out there. There are dogs and cats that need your help. Alzheimer's, there's heart disease, lung disease, and so many people that serve the country, people that face depression, people that face hate and racism and all the BS of the world. They're all out there. Do not forget about any single one of these people, because every single person in this room is important. Every single person that watches Twitch and any other platform, we are all part of one community. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, the last point of inspiration, actually comes from TwitchCon this weekend. I had the chance over many meet and greets to meet as many people as I possibly could, which I'm very appreciative that you take time out of your day to come talk to me. I'm a normal person in my eyes, just like every single one of you. We are not different. But you are the inspiration, because people come up and they tell me that the things that I say and the things that I've done with my platform mean everything to them. And I want you to know that the things that you've allowed me to do with my platform, and every content creator on every site believes this, I can tell you without a doubt, the fact that you let us do this day in and day out without fail means the world to us. You are our inspiration. Please hold on to these things. These things are everything. Gaming does good. The people that you are, who you are, and who you believe in, and who you follow, and what you do is everything. And the people at these facilities, the people facing these real problems, these inspirations drive me to do what I do, and I certainly hope that they drive you to do what you do. Competition is great, by the way. Twitch Rivals, we saw Apex. I got carried to 10th place by Sean and Aiden. Shout out, thank you, boys. I fed them loot the entire time. Don't get it twisted. Literally, I was the pack mule. But competition is great. But you have to remember, competition within charity is not between myself and any other content creator. That's not where it is. If you raise $1, if you raise $5,000, or if you raise millions of dollars, No matter the time, the duration, when you do it, who you are, or where you live, you are all part of the same team, because the competition is not between us. The competition is between the people that are suffering and how much money we can raise. But I do want to leave you with one final thing. If none of these things inspired you, if nothing will get you out of your seat to raise money, if the top tier streamers, all the way down to the smallest communities, it does not matter who you are. If this has not inspired you, please, at the end of the day, remember this one phrase that will get me out of bed every single day to do these streams. It will get me up in the morning on December 21st for the next round of Build Against Cancer. It'll get me out there every single time. Fuck cancer. And everything.
Everybody's important and we're all on the same team.
I like it. Everyone.
I love watching people make a difference by doing what they love with purpose.
And you can see how much it means to Dr. Lupo that his community and all of you come alongside to make this world a better place.
So proud of all of you. At the beginning of this show, we were talking about how hard it used to be to explain what Twitch is. People were like, what's a live stream? What do you mean people watch you play video games? But every year, you have proven that Twitch encapsulates so much more than just streaming. Twitch is community, and it's a community striving to do better in every sense of the word.
Whether you're sharing your creative gifts with the world in new and exciting ways or raising awareness for important causes, you are what makes Twitch easier to define. Twitch is a place to express yourself, to lift others up, and to change the world. So thank you so much for welcoming us into your brains and, of course, your stream setups.
And thank you for inspiring us to do more and better every year.
It is an honor and a privilege to be a part of this community.
But before we say our final goodbye, we wanted to remind you of a big announcement that was made in the opening ceremonies when we get to see each other all again.
Yes, that's right. By the time we get to the end of Twitch Yearly, we're usually already longing for the next time, and now we'll let you know that we will see you at TwitchCon Europe in Amsterdam, May 2nd and 3rd, 2020.
And we'll see you right back here in San Diego for TwitchCon next year in 2020, September 25th through 27th.
It is nice to know when the next big Purple Family reunion will be, and we'll see you then. But for now, let's spend just one more moment celebrating together while Scene of Action plays us this year's original closing tune.
Oh, now 10 years is coming back. Oh, no, don't ask me where it went. Where we will go. Nobody knows. Everybody's got that something. Come on over and we will find it. One together forget them all. You could change the world now, right
Once again, we hope that you had an absolutely amazing TwitchCon, and I just want to leave with one, final word of thought, is that the internet sometimes can be a pretty terrible place, but every single year that we have a gathering like this of Twitch community and Twitch creators and moderator and all the people that help make Twitch possible, it is a bucket of cold water in the most refreshing way to remember that each individual here is about the good, is about the positivity, and cared enough about this place that we're in, this platform that we use, and each other to come and spend an entire 3-day weekend with you. And your voices and that energy and that feeling is louder than any shit that the internet might be able to throw your way. So thank you.
Yes, keep shouting louder. We love you, Twitch community.
And we'll see you again real soon.
Good night. Alright. Arrow didn't exist this time. Not this time. Maybe next year. That was good. Alrighty. Does anyone know where people are? This is gonna take a moment to get out of here. Hey, Twitch and I was on stage. Hey, thanks for finding the channel. We'll be hitchhiking soon, probably Tuesday. Probably back to hitchhiking, thumb out on the road on Tuesday. I think that's what's gonna happen. We'll do a little bit of hitchhiking around California, I think. And then I'll be flying to Asia and hitchhiking around somewhere on that side of the world. Outside. I got a bar somewhere? Alright. Try on a shoulder? I haven't. But tonight's supposed to be a big night of drinking. Tallulah really wants to get drunk from Awkward's travel. And yeah, no, I probably should. Someone will recognize me here. That's a perfect opportunity. If I'm quite drunk to ask them to give me a ride on their back because I'm tired of walking. To be honest, I walk a lot, guys, and I've had just about enough of it. So you're staying awake to San Diego? No, I said I'm leaving on Tuesday, which is not tomorrow, but the next day. So 2 days. But today's like the latter part of this day, or of Sunday, so. All day Monday, then Tuesday. Try In-N-Out burgers? Yeah, I have before, they're good. I think they're the best bang for your buck burgers as far as fast food goes. Because they're pretty cheap, but they're pretty freaking good. How many pairs of shoes do I go through in here? I usually make one pair last about a year. I get decent shoes, full leather upper boots.
Stranger danger again.
Oh, hey, it's going.
You were at that booth for a while, huh?
I was waiting for this to get fixed because it was broken, and then I got it fixed, and then I streamed like the last maybe hour of the convention, then went to the yearly.
What do you have planned now?
Drinking. Yeah. I think drinking is in the books. Baby Shoe's gonna call you for dinner, I think. Alright. Well, we'll see. We'll meet up with Baby Shoe then. See ya. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Not too much. Just were you in?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was good.
It was good?
Yeah.
No outdoor
kind of mentioned, like, a little bit.
Wait, what'd they say?
They said something about how, oh yeah, you know, we did so much, you know, last year we went outside, blah, blah, blah. We're like, hey, we got mentioned.
I haven't seen you since the last TwitchCon. How you doing, man?
I'm doing excellent. Doing good to see you, baby.
Good to see you, man.
No, good to see you, man.
I'm gonna ask you to get some music. Although we had to talk about that.
Then what do you guys do tomorrow?
We need to, well, we'll sleep in, and then probably get to actually explore.
Yeah. What are you guys doing?
Okay. Finally, first time streaming since I got here. I'm always really good at the convention things. Always really dedicated to streaming lots and showing everyone what TwitchCon's like. Did you stream every day?
No. Just today for 3 hours and Friday for 3 hours. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It was way too busy for us.
Yeah.
It wasn't like in Berlin, you know, the expo floor is so small and it was a little easier to kind of stream and be a part of it without being distracted.
Yeah. Yeah, there's Dasher here. We got and Beck's here as well. Yeah, I got GOP IRL crew.
Are you going all day? All night?
No, I'm not. That's a negative on that one. Do you plans for this evening?
I don't, but I'm fully ready for it.
You're fully ready?
Like yesterday.
You recovered?
I recovered.
Alright, this is
my final ditch effort.
Alright. Does she have my battery? Yeah, I think I do, because my battery was apparently breaking things.
Were you with Harvard?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, okay, sick.
Do you need your battery back? I'm not gonna stream that long, so I can give it back to you. They were stealing batteries? It happens. Apparently my battery was breaking the live view. Maybe that makes sense somehow. What are we doing? I don't know.
So I just didn't know what everybody's plan was.
Cool.
That's sick. I'm gonna put it on my wall. I'm stoked.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Look at that. TwitchCon.
Ready?
Alright. I'm gonna keep walking somewhere. I don't know.
I might not be as bad as hot in here. Alright.
G Carla, how you want to? You know what? That's a problem for the people in the back.
You like mine now? Why would you
Is Brandon the battery? It's defected? Max Oak or something like that? I don't know. I just break things.
Last night you looked bright and brilliant.
Bright and brilliant? Yeah. I think I slept and I didn't drink enough.
Oh, tonight?
Tonight, yeah.
Not trying to. It's over now, so. Chicken bacon. GG's once again. You fucked me up in
Hey.
They had a whole room.
Yeah.
And you were in the back of the room.
Really?
Yeah, that was hey, it's great.
That's the
Small girl.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna stream for much longer. I want to find a place and wind things down and talk about some stuff. Let's go over here. One second. Let's go over here. One second. Alright, I'm gonna get Starbitsy's Shan her battery back. What else? I'm gonna come out? Alright, I'll get you your battery. All under it. Excited to start making ad revenue, that's fair. CPM is a little low on the ad revenue. It probably won't be life changing. but it is fair. I don't know why they didn't before, but now they do. Everything's fair. Alright, I streamed just the last little bit of TwitchCon. I didn't stream the first day or the second day. Hey! I'm sorry.
I know you're kind of busy there. Alright, nice to meet you, man. I watch your stream all the time.
I do? Yeah? Hey.
I just wanted to come say hi.
Thank you for coming to say hi. Have you been watching for a little while?
Yeah, I've watched you for a long time.
Have you?
Yeah,
Alright.
over a year.
Over a year? Hey, I appreciate it. Oh, no, I would do the same. I don't talk in chats very much. I'll watch on occasion, but I never will chat.
Yeah, man, hey. Lucky on your next journey, man.
Thank you, thank you.
I have a question. Did you sign my book?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
I'm trying to do, I was trying to get 50 pages of signatures, and then I was going to donate $300 to TwitchCon. But since I didn't hit 50 pages, I'm still going to donate 150 since I passed 25 pages.
25 pages of signatures,
I'm
yeah.
at 34 currently.
34? That's pretty freaking good.
And unfortunately, I was going to hope I was going to still have a good time, but, you know, it's still the thought that matters, right?
I agree with you. It's the thought that counts right there.
How's TwitchCon?
It was a lot of fun. It always is.
Got plenty of interviews?
Yeah. Well, I interview people like for my stream, kind of. With, I don't know if you know my stream. I hitchhike, and people pick me up in their cars, and then I talk to them.
All across the country?
24 countries. 24 countries.
Where are you originally from?
Canada. So this trip I hitchhiked from Eastern Canada to here. Go here. There you go. Hitchhiking stream. But I'm winding down the stream because this convention's over, and I have to give Starbitsy-chan my battery back, or her battery back. It's not mine, because my battery broke my stream. So let's wind this thing down. All right.
Coming by.
Oh, sorry. Let's wind this thing down. That was a cigarette butt thing, I didn't realize. That's kind of gross, actually. I'm going to smell like an ashtray. They're meeting up with Baby Shooter, so let's host Baby Shooter.
Did Jandra just send a message to your chat? Did Jandra just send a message?
Jandra? I don't know.
Oh, you don't know her, like, very, very personally?
No.
She said she knows everyone in IRL. Like, she's a mod for almost everyone in IRL.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe. Wait, that's her screen name?
She just sent me this, and she's like, go over Hitch right now. She's always watching IRL streams.
Is she? Okay, well, the whole group's here, yeah. We're all hanging out. Sorry. Wait, I feel bad now. I feel like I should recognize that in that case. Alright. Wind this down. Are you here? Alright. Find TwitchCon overwhelming? Kind of. It's fun for a few days, but I couldn't do this all the time. I don't know how Jay Struzy does it. He impresses me. It's like every single day out here at like 8 a.m. Anyway. This guy. Alright. Well, it wasn't a very long stream, but we're kind of just testing out the setup. I broke everything, but now things are less broken, and I gotta test them. I'll be hitchhiking on Tuesday. I might stream tomorrow, try to do some more like just normal city stuff, and then back to hitchhiking Tuesday. A little bit of California hitchhiking. Then I got my flight to Asia, and I'll be doing another cool trip on the other side of the world. So, hope you enjoyed this very, very brief TwitchCon little stream. It was a fun weekend. So I didn't show you more. But it was a lot of fun. I'm going to go to every TwitchCon. I'm going to go to Amsterdam next spring. I'm going to go to San Diego next fall. It's something fun for me to do. I can build a hitchhiking trip around getting here, and then you get here, and it is a lot of fun. A little bit too much drinking, and I sleep in. And I hang out with just random people around the convention and just drift around and say hi to people. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's fun. So I'll be back next spring for another Hitchhiking to TwitchCon trip, this time to Amsterdam. I'm not sure where I'm going to start, but hopefully we'll get there. Yeah, I'm closing. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow most likely. Thanks for watching today.